Have I got a deal for you today? If you do this for 1 hour on your mat, your yoga, the next 23 hours of the day are going to be way better. Remember, your yoga, it's not about the shape of your body. It's about the shape of your life off of your mat in those other 23 hours. It's not how your poses look. That doesn't matter. It's how they feel for you. And they're going to feel different for each and every one of us. So let your yoga help you mitigate your stress, help you move more freely. That's probably the best thing. Be more flexible, be more mobile, be stronger. That's what we're working on today, is strength. Every single day, build your strength, build your mobility, build your flexibility, and we can do it together. Is that a deal? All right, I'm here every single day, every day, free for you and your friends, whoever want to do it. It's yoga. And we sometimes add in Pilates and bar on our Fun Fridays. But every day is different. Every practice is different. Check us out. We do it live, start to finish. No cuts, no takes. It is what it is. It's just like a real class. My name is Jan. This is 316 Yoga. And this is your yoga for your body. You do what is right for your body. Don't hurt yourself. If something hurts, back out of it and don't do it. So what? It's only yoga. You're going to grab some props. Have some props today. Maybe you like to have your yoga strap. I'm not going to use that today, but maybe you want to use it. A couple of yoga blocks. I always use the blocks. The blocks help bring the ground up to you, and they allow you to get into poses perhaps more comfortably, or just make them more accessible to you. I have an eye shade and a little hand towel. The hand towel can double as an eye shade at the end for your final Shavasana, but you can also put it under your knees in some of our lunging positions. That might feel pretty good for you. And have some water. You're going to want some water too. All right, this is a strength building practice, and you're going to get more stronger. You're going to get stronger, more mobile, and more flexible with it. So let's do that. Maybe you bring a chair too. All up to you. Here's a word to think about, and we're going to come on up to standing. The word to think about is flame. Think about a flame, a beautiful flame, how strong it is. Think how a flame bursts forth and it shines brilliantly. So maybe that's your little mantra today. Say, I am shining. I am shining. You'll be glistening for sure with this practice. But maybe think, I am shining. Think of something positive to say to yourself. All right, so you got your props. You're thinking about something positive to say to you. And come on up to standing. Lock in a stress number, or give it a body scan. So what do I mean by that? So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, where's she? Why don't you go and get in your bed? On a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, or 1 to 100, what's your stress going on right now? Or maybe you're kind of saying, oh, my knees are really stiff, so I'm going to give myself a number 7 because I'm really stressed out. But give yourself a number. Remember it, and we're going to come back to it in the end. First pose we're going to take is a confidence stance. So spread your feet, your legs, so they're a little wider than hip width distance. Hands to your hips, elbows back, shoulders down. So just like that big Superman pose. Chest is lifted. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. Start to rise on up to the balls of your feet. And keep in mind your heel. Where's your heel positioned? You want it right behind your feet. You don't want it kind of falling out to the sides or collapsing in. Keep the heel behind the ball of the feet. Keep everything in alignment. We talk about alignment a lot. Like when you do a plank, you want your shoulder over your elbow, elbow over your wrist. Nice, strong strength in your alignment. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You could be using your chair here for a little bit of added security. Totally fine. Just come on up to the balls of your feet. Maybe hold it here for a moment or two, and then come on back down. Just work it. Work your foundation. I'm going to come down and come onto my heel and lift my toes up and give them a little wiggle. I'm just feeling more secure, more confident in my foundation, my feet. Breathe in and sigh it out. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Lift your arms up to the sky. Take this extended mountain pose. I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit. Now I'm going to interlace my fingers and send my palms to the sky, and I'm going to sway from side to side in what we call a gentle palm tree pose. So you're moving your spine sideways, waking it up, finding mobility there. Breathe in, sigh it out. Bend in the elbows maybe. Totally good. What feels good for you? Maybe you take it deeper. Maybe that doesn't feel so good. Maybe you take it less deep. You decide what you like, but find that mobility in your spine. Let's finish up. Come back to the midline. Remember extended mountain? Lift your fingers up high to the sky. Look forward. Let your hands float down to your low back. Press your hands into your low back, squeezing your elbows toward your spine, and look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look up directly overhead, but take this gentle little back bend. And don't be striving to go really super far back. Maybe if you're going to strive for anything, think of striving to lift your chest up to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward. Ooh, the other day we did this standing on a block, so the ground was even that much further away. But just fold forward, hollowing out the belly as you exhale, letting your fingers come closer to the earth. And if you want, put a block in front of you and imagine that's the earth. Totally fine. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Put a little bend in your knees. Always think of ways to make the pose more accessible to you. Chin is toward the chest, gaze is up toward the knees or the belly button. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Sweep your arms up to the sides of your room, lift on up, come back to your extended mountain pose. Where's my camera? I'm gonna lift on up. There we go. Lift the fingers high up to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Float your arms down to shoulder height. Do some arm circles. Trace some circles to the back of the room. Start to bend your knees. When the hands come down, maybe the knees come down as well. Wake up the knees. It's not much fun, but get them moving gradually. And then before you know it, you can take it deeper. Take the arm circles in the other direction. Wake them up. Maybe your circles aren't too big. No big deal. It's only yoga. Do what feels good for you. Come on back up to your extended mountain pose. Lift. Hands float down to your hips. Give them a wiggle. Shoulders go back and forth. Just move your shoulders. Now let your arms hang down by your sides, and let's do that big coat swing. Twist from one side to the other. Tap your backside, tap your hip. Shoulders are loose, arms are heavy and loose. You're not holding on in the shoulders or the arms. You're taking that big twist, looking over one shoulder, then the other. When you're ready, slowly bring it back to the midline of your body. Hands to prayer center. Close your eyes just for a moment. That mantra, that purpose, that intention for your practice today. Be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Maybe that's your mantra. I am patient. I mentioned earlier, take that little mantra that says, maybe I am shining. Take a deep breath in. Let it be a positive affirmation to you. And a deep breath out. Remember that. Take your eyes, open them up. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases, ragdoll pose. Spread your feet so they're about hip width distance apart, like you had them in your confidence stance. And then hinge forward. Hands are at opposite elbow creases, a little bend in your knees. That intensifies the pose for me, and I really like it. You do what's right for you. Gaze back toward your knees or toward your belly button, and then start to sway in your ragdoll pose. Bringing one elbow back toward one knee, then the other back toward the other knee. Feel what you feel here. Don't be on autopilot. Feel what you feel. Do you feel it up your hamstrings and into your glutes? Do you feel it in the low back? Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth as your spine decompresses. Breathe. Time to finish here. If you want to, maybe keep doing your ragdoll pose if you like. I'm going to come down to the mat. I'm going to release my hands to the mat, bend my knees, and come into a child's pose. You know the variations. Knees can be together, big toes can be touching, hips back to the heels. A block can bring the ground up to your head here to rest upon. Arms down by your sides, palms face up, shoulders away from the ears. Rest here in your child's pose. Always fine to use a half-size block to bring your head even closer, or bring your head all the way down to your mat. Classic child's pose. An alternative here is a wide-legged child's pose. For that, you spread your knees. Big toes are still touching, hips still go back toward your heels. Arms reach long and strong to the top of the mat. Forehead comes down to a block or to the mat. Hands can go up on your block, or both blocks if you got them up there. Big stretch in the shoulders, finding that range of motion in
the shoulders. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. Sigh it out, let it go. If you like, close your lips, and it's time for Ujjayi Pranayama breath. That is breathing through the nose only, the way the body is really designed to breathe, allowing you to build heat in your body and focus inward. Now just imagine your tailbone going further to the bottom of your mat. Even just that little imagining it, different, doesn't it? Breathe in, breathe out. So imagine what you could imagine and make happen if you just think about it for a second. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine the possibilities. Flame those dreams into reality. Breathe in and breathe out. This is your child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like. Right now, let's come out of this pose and come on up to a standing position. As you come to standing, we're going to take an extended mountain pose. Sweep your arms on up. Come on up. Let's do some sun salutation A's. All right, you know these. We're familiar with them. Reach your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hands through prayer center. Fold forward, fingers toward the earth, head down toward the crown of the head toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. That's bringing your hands to your shins, wherever it takes to create a flat back like a tabletop. Squeeze your shoulders towards your spine, lengthen through your spine and the crown of your head and your tailbone. There's your tabletop. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward and come on down. We'll do a Chaturanga Dandasana. All right, to do that, what you will do is come into a high plank. In your high plank, you can do this. I'll do a full Chaturanga first and then we'll do modifications. High plank to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of your feet on your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your feet, lift your tailbone high to the sky. Press into your hands with your shoulder width distance apart. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Tailbone, send it higher to the sky. Pedal your heels, which are slightly lifted from the earth, and then shake your neck a little bit. Loosen up in the neck. There's your downward facing dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain pose. Lengthen, strengthen. Be tall, be strong, be brave, be bold. Exhale, hands through prayer center. You're going to fold in half like a paperclip. Inhale, halfway lift. Your back is flat so you can set a cup of coffee on it. Exhale, hands come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Go for it if you want to do a full version of it. I'm going to take it on my knees here, totally fine. Hinge forward. Exhale, lower down to a low plank. Inhale, push your belly into the ground, lift your chest, arms are straight, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You could spread your knees wide and come back to your wide-legged child's pose. That's always an option. Or maybe you say, I am going to take that downward facing dog with my legs straight, pedaling my feet and shaking my neck. Totally fine. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center. Tell yourself your positive statement. Fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, take your variation of Chaturanga Dandasana. You could skip it all together and just go back to a downward facing dog if that suits you. And we'll all meet back in that downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe, shake your neck. Really pedal. Come onto the balls of the feet and then straighten the other leg. Let it feel good. Finish up here, still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. One more time. Exhale, hands through prayer center. I am shining. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come down and you do your variation of your Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe it's high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog on the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing into your mat, sending your tailbone high, pedaling your feet. Neck is loose, finish up. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain, take a little back bend. Inhale, arms go back up to the sky. Chair pose, sun B. Let's bend in our knees. Arms reach forward, sink low in your hips, send your weight back into your heels. You could be doing all this in a chair if you like, so you'd have your bottom literally in the chair, and then you're going to turn and twist with us when we do our warrior pose. Reach your fingers, sink a little lower, hold it here, strong quads, you're working on those big muscles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Been here, done this. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, tabletop, flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana, hands come down. Pretty similar so far, right? Except we added in that chair pose. Let's do high plank, your variation. Low plank, maybe on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here's where it gets a little different. Here's where we introduce the warrior part. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Right foot is in between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. And as you stand, your right toes are shining forward. Your back foot is planted at a 45 or a 90 degree angle. Bend into your right knee. Check out the alignment. Knee over ankle. Left foot is straight. Left leg is planted. Hips, maybe try to turn a little bit more to the front of your room. Arms tee out, sink into your low body. I'm gonna wiggle my right toes more forward and try to sink a little bit lower. Ooh, grip into the mat. Squeeze the mat together with your strong thighs. Arms tee out, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Strong warrior, reach strong to the sides of the room. Inhale, lengthen. And when you're ready, exhale, twist and turn and look over your middle finger. Reach to the front of the room, then tick-tock your arms like a clock, 6 and 12. 6 and 12, top arm goes up. Ooh, I feel it in the ribs. Press the inner right thigh open, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, rise on up. Right arm goes up, left arm comes down, breathe, stretch. Exhale, think of cartwheeling your arms, surrounding the front foot. Turn your back foot so the toes face forward. Send your right foot back to meet your left. And then you can sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana here, or just go back to your down dog and hold on for a second. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. It's the left leg's turn now. We do the exact same thing, just on the left side. So you know this. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up to standing, feet are solid, knee over ankle, wiggle the foot forward to nestle in. Arms tee out, squeeze the mat, be active in the low body. Look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Arm goes up, other arm goes down, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. Arm goes down the back leg, other arm reaches to the sky, and you look up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right. Your variation of a chaturanga. Take it your way. Make it work for you. Pedal and breathe. Let's do it all again, starting with that chair pose. So walk your feet to your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain for just a second, lengthen up. Chair pose, exhale, sit down. Reach and sit. Reach, let it go, sit back, sit down. Hands to prayer center, straighten the back, tell yourself your mantra, then fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. And let's do a Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg kicks high. Sweep it through to a low lunge. I don't do well with the sweep on the right foot. I have to swing my hip out. But you do what works for you. Make it work for you. Plant the feet, knee over ankle, arms tee out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist.
reach, tick-tock, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Other arm goes up, other arm goes down, look up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, chaturanga dandasana if you want. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, on your knees or not, downward facing dog, pedal and breathe. Have fun with it. Loosen your neck, breathe, have fun. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, arms tee out, sink on down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, settle. Look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock 6 and 12, arms go up and down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, surround the foot. Chaturanga dandasana, your way. High, low, up, and down. Pedal. Breathe. Shake your neck. Be finished. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. Bend your knees. Hover them an inch or two above the mat. Straighten your legs. Send your tailbone high. Bend your knees. Hover them above the mat. Send your tailbone high. One more time. Bend your knees and hold it here. Shoulders are over your wrists. Hold it here in your little bear plank. Knees are an inch or two above the ground. Hold on. Then come on down to your knees. Grab a seat. How are you doing? Hang in there. You're doing great. Have some water. Truly, whatever you're doing, the fact you showed up on your mat is great. All right, drink. And let's get back to it. All right, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Hi, Lori. Hi, Scott. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Marietta. Hi, Liz. Hi, Max. Hi, Betty. Hi, Tyrone. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Marietta. Hi, Stan. Hi, Rena. Hi, Etta. How are you? All right, let's go. Here we go. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Your way. Soles of the feet touch. Pinky edge side of your foot onto the mat. Knees open wide, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself your positive affirmative statement. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come on back. Come on back, recline on your mat. Take it slowly, nice and slowly. Because your core is strong, you can do this. Yes, you can. Come all the way down once you're fully reclined. Adjust your heels, either closer or farther away from your groin, whatever feels good. Knees open wide. Take your hands. Elbows are like your knees. Fingertips lightly to your temples. Chin up to the sky. Maybe breathe in and out of your mouth to let some heat go. And as you exhale, chin lifts and come on down. Lift and lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Lift, lower. Work those low abs. Breathe. Elbows open wide, knees open wide. Oh, you feel it in your low belly here. Lift and lower. Maybe keep the elbows lifted and pulse your chin up to the sky. It's all good. You do what you like and what works for you today. Find balance between what's too hard and what's a good challenge. Find that balance, strike that balance, and enjoy the benefits. Come on down, all the way down. Time for bicycle. Bring the soles of your feet on your mat. Knees are hip width distance apart, so you can stay right here and lift the knees up. Draw the shins parallel to the earth with the toes drawn toward them. Feel your tailbone plugged into your mat. You can ride a recumbent bike by driving your heel one forward, then the other leg bends, and forward and back as you ride a bike. You can peel your shoulders up, opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Maybe that feels good today. Or maybe you just want to keep the soles of your feet down and lift through your chest and twist opposite elbow toward opposite knee. So many combinations. I'm going to bring my knees over my hips, draw my toes toward my shins, peel my shoulders up, ride the recumbent bicycle here, but I'm going to peel my shoulders up and let my opposite elbow go toward opposite knee. Another variation, scissor kick your legs. Keep them straight. One lifts, the other lowers. There you go. Let's finish. Send your legs long. Send your arms high overhead. Stretch it out in your stick pose. Stretch. You always feel like there's a little more of a stretch you can get here. Point your toes, reach through your fingers. Biceps hug the ears. Breathe. Feels good. Boat pose, Navasana. Use your strap if you want. No strap at all is fine. Let's take it this way. Maybe come on up to your forearms. Elbows under your shoulders. You feel nice and stable here. Then lift your legs, maybe one or the other, and just hold. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take my hands behind my legs. I'm gonna sit back as if I were in a recliner, and you can have your feet lightly on the ground or extend them. Shoulders, chest lifts. Shoulders are back and down. Breathe. Put a smile on your face. Hold it here in your boat pose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. I'm going to put a little bend in my knees, hands to prayer center, and tell myself my mantra. Then I'm going to row my boat, bringing one elbow down toward one side, then the other to the other. Breathe through your boat pose. And then when you're ready, let's finish it. Come back to the midline, plant your feet, hug your shins in, heels toward your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins, curl into a little ball, lengthen up, and then tuck your chin towards your chest. Bring your gaze down towards your knees. Maybe find some balance here. Press your toes into the mat. Maybe lift your toes off of the mat and find your balance. Challenge your balance by doing those little ankle circles here. And then when you're ready, finish. Feet come down, legs crisscross, hands go down to the ground, come back to your downward facing dog. All right, pedal it out. Always feels good. Loosen your neck. You always want to do that too. Breathe. When you're ready, kick your, let's do Chaturanga Dandasana first. All right, why not? Okay, then we'll kick our leg high. Hinge forward, high plank, maybe take it on your knees. Exhale, low plank, hover the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of your feet are on your mat. Exhale, down dog, hips go high. Pedal, shake your neck, still your feet. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Right foot in between the two front hands. Rise on up to a standing position. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Back heel is slightly lifted off of your mat. Right foot is planted. Now put the bend in the knees. Right knee over right ankle. That back knee is going to hover above the earth. Hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathe. Maybe hover the knee a little lower or come all the way down to that back knee if that feels good. I'm going to now lift my arms up to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Hands back to prayer center, shoulders over hips. Let's do a little twist. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. It's an important part of the step. Exhale, twist. Maybe you're looking over your right elbow or your right shoulder. Hold it here. Finish up, hands back to prayer center. Come down to that back knee if you're not already there. Place the top of the back foot onto the mat. Hands inside your right foot. Wiggle your toes of the right foot to the top right corner of the mat. This is your runner's lunge. Left knee, how's it doing? Maybe you put the towel under the left knee. Maybe you take a block and bring it inside the right foot. Maybe you press your hands into the block. All these maybes. Maybe you open up the right knee to the side of the room, rolling onto the pinky toe side of the foot and stay right here. Perhaps you come down with your forearms to the block, or a half-size block, or bring your forearms down to the earth. Breathe. This is your runner's lunge. Let's come out of it. We come in it quick, we come out of it quick. Press your hands into your mat. Take your right leg, sweep it back to meet the left. Let's go into a side plank. Left shoulder over left wrist. You can stay down on your bottom knee, or you can send your legs straight. You can kind of kickstand them, or glue your ankles together. Left shoulder over left wrist. Right arm lifts high. Keep your hips high and stacked. Right arm goes high. Push the earth away. Flame that brilliance, the brilliance of your shine. Lift it to the sky. Let's come back, hands down. Come back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Chaturanga Dandasana, if you like. That would be high plank, maybe take it on your knees. Low plank, upward facing dog, heart is open, chest is shining forward. Exhale, down dog. Pedal and breathe.
We have another side to do. So what you're gonna wanna do here is kick the left leg high to the sky. As you exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge, rise on up. That's always good. Bend in the back knee. Maybe bring it all the way down to the ground. Lift your arms up to the sky. Baby back bend if you want. Exhale, hands to prayer center, mantra time. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands stacked, elbows stacked, lengthen and twist. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen and twist, twist, twist. Hands back to prayer center. Come down to the back knee if you're not already there. Top of the back foot onto the mat. Using your block or not, totally fine. Block inside the left foot. Wiggle your left toes to the top left corner of the mat. Ooh, enjoy this stretch. Very similar to the pose, the way we do our lunges all throughout the week, other days, to give you the greater hip mobility to do this. All right, so hands pressed into the block, maybe forearms pressed into the block, maybe foot rocks onto the pinky edge side of that foot. Breathe, maybe come down to your ground or your smaller size block. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Press into your hands. Send your left foot back to meet the right. And it's time for your side plank on this side. Fine to stay on the knee, but just ensure in your arm, you want your shoulder over your wrist for stability. I'm gonna glue my ankles together, have them stacked on top of each other, lifting one arm up to the sky, look up as best you can, and then finish. Hand comes down, pedal it out in your downward facing dog. Shake your neck, and let's go. Straighten, still your feet, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Let's do some balancing poses. Hands to prayer center. Let's do tree. Mantra, remember it. Chair can be here for balance. I'm going to root into my right leg. Take my left leg, open it up to the side of the room. I'm gonna balance the heel of that left foot inside the standing leg. Maybe I'm gonna move the foot up a little bit, maybe not. You decide what you wanna do. If you fall out, no big deal, get back in. Maybe you bring the foot even higher up, push it into the thigh. Push the thigh back into the foot. Let that left knee go more to the back of the room. Let your hips be equidistant to the front of the room. Here's where focus comes in. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Don't look at anything that's moving. Bring your hands to prayer center and keep it here. Maybe grow your branches. Maybe sway your branches. Embrace that solid foundation in that foundational right foot. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the left foot next to the right, and there you go. Let's do it on the other side. Tree pose, Vrikasana. Begins with hands at prayer, recentering yourself, coming back to your core of goodness. Root into your left foot, open up the right, position it however you like, whatever speaks to you today. Just don't ever let it speak to you by putting the foot on the knee. Knees aren't meant to take that lateral movement. Hands to your hips or to your chair, hands in prayer, or hands lift. Branches sway. Your focus is intense. Keep it, hold it. If you fall out, get right back in. No big deal. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Let the foot meet foot on your mat. There's your tree pose. Next pose is Eagle Pose, Garandasana. This is a big twist. You feel like a pretzel. But the idea here is to compress all the major joints and let the synovial fluid build up and then burst forward into flame as you feel really, really good. So try it. Take it in layers. Maybe you're in a chair. That's okay. Maybe you bend your knees a little bit and assume this chair pose. Weight back into the heels a little bit. Arms can reach forward or hands to opposite shoulders or to prayer center. You decide. Here's the part with the arms for the synovial fluid for the elbows. Reach your fingers
Take your right arm, sweep it under your left. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down and look over your fingertips. Bring your shoulders back, more over your hips. So you're looking forward, not down. Weight out of the right leg. Right leg lifts, crosses the left. Top of the right foot hooks behind the left calf. Sink low, squeeze. Squeeze tightly, hold tightly, just for a few breaths. Tight, tight, squeeze. And then release. Foot comes down, arms burst forth into an extended mountain. Bend your knees. Another opportunity to do it on the other side. Take the arm position you like. I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right, palms touch, elbows squeeze down, look over the fingers. Shoulders back, just a little bit more. Root into the right foot, left leg lifts, crosses over. Top of the foot hooks behind the calf. You can do just the arms, just the leg. Don't hook the back foot behind the calf, whatever works. Tight squeeze, tight, tight squeeze, and then finish. Foot comes down, arms lift up, burst into a new flame. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. There is your eagle pose. Now keep the arms lifted. We're gonna do dancer pose next. This is an opportunity for your chest to shine forward as you find balance here. Arms are lifted, left arm is lifted super high, right arm sweep it around and around and around to the back of the room. Yeah, get that shoulder mobility going. Root into your left foot. Right hand captures the inside of the right foot. Knees are gonna have come apart. Bring the knees back together at the midline. Lengthen up through your left fingers. Now kick into your right hand and let your left arm come forward as a little counterbalance. Kick back in the foot and then kick up. Reach, kick, and finish. Right foot comes down, right arm goes up to meet the left. Lengthen up, strengthen up. You can do it. Left arm sweeps back and around. Remember, you can have your chair in front of you and put your hands on the back of the chair for balance. I'm gonna wade into my right foot. Left hand is gonna come down, captures the inside of the left foot. All 5 fingers inside the left foot. Knees together, lengthen up. Exhale, start to hinge forward and start to kick back into that back hand. Reach, kick back, kick up, hold, focus, and then finish. Left foot meets right, both arms sweep up, extended mountain. Breathe in, soften up, breathe out, hands to prayer center. Mantra time, maybe eyes closed. Let's get back in the game. Spread your legs wide, come into that like pentacle pose. You know, we say, look like a capital letter X. Let's take, this is the beginning of the Pasarita pose, Pasarita Padahastasana pose. Arms reach, big capital letter X in your body. Wiggle your hips, chest is lifted. Palms face down, arms stay teed out, hinge forward. Hinge forward, and once your chest becomes parallel to the earth, then take your hands, reach back and capture your calves. You have a lot of strength from doing those chaturangas today. Keep your elbows hugged in, hold on to your calves and pull. Pull. Feel the lengthening in your low back. Pull. The crown of your head goes toward the earth. You're looking back between your legs, breathe. When you're ready, tee out your arms. Rise up out of this pose as you inhale. Bring your hands to prayer center. I love doing horse pose, like at the big Clydesdales. So let your toes work out a little bit and your heels in a little bit. Bring a bend into your knees, driving the outsides of the knees to the back of the room. So you're kind of like sitting on a Clydesdale is the best way to describe it. Shoulders back over your hips, hands to prayer center. Little teeny pulses down here, little teeny pulses. Now sit it nice and low and alternate with heel lifts. One heel lifts, then the other. Working those big muscles in your backside, right? Let's sink a little lower, lift both heels up, and pulse here with both heels lifted. Let's alternate heel touchdowns. Breathe. Remember to breathe. And then let's finish. Both feet come down, sink a little bit lower. No surprises here. Just hold it here for a second or two. Maybe close your eyes. You're strong. Drive the knees to the back of the room. And then burst forward into that 5-pointed star. Legs straighten, arms go high. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Breathe. Hands meet overhead. Try to bring one foot to meet the other foot as you float your hands down to prayer center. Fold in half, hands down toward the earth. Look back to your knees, give them a wiggle, give your neck a wiggle. Walk your hands forward. Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank. Maybe stay in down dog if you want. Take it in your variation, high plank to a low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg kicks high. We're going to do half pigeon. Ekapada Rajakapotasana. As you exhale, right knee comes behind the right wrist. Left leg goes long on your mat. Top of the left foot is on your mat. Find a block. Put it under your right glutes. As you work, your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. So get that block under there to keep your hips equidistant to the mat. That's the purpose of it. Press into your hands, look forward. Maybe come on down to your forearms. Maybe place your hands on your crossed, maybe place your head onto your crossed hands. Soften in your shoulders. Send breath to your hip. Find length in your back left leg. Breathe in, breathe out, and really take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and just feel the sensations in your right hip. Breathe in. Take it to the top of the inhale and feel how it feels in your hip. Now take an exhale. Feel the shoulders soften. Feel the space come into the hip. Breathe. We do this pose for a longer period of time in our Thursday and Sunday practice. Join us then and check it out. It feels really good after you've been in it for a while. Press into your hands, straighten your arms, move the block to the other side of your mat. Tuck your left toes under, send your right hip high, shake it. Both feet meet on your mat. Take a little pedal here and shake your neck too. Still your feet. Lift your tailbone higher, push more into your arms. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Come into your half pigeon on this side. Left knee to the left wrist. Right leg long, down on your mat, top of your right foot on the mat. Grab your left foot with your right hand. Pull it, pull it, pull it a little bit forward. If you can, you don't have to. Take your block, place it under your left glutes. Stay right here. Feel the mobility going on there. Come on down to your forearms. Maybe hands crisscross, shoulders relax. Find length in that right back leg. And go through a couple cycles of breath here. Feeling what you feel. That's all that matters. Breathe in. And soften up. When you're ready, time to come out. Oh, don't you want to stay longer? If you want to stay longer, stay. But we're going to flow through our practice. Let's go. Hands, arms are straight, hands on your mat. Take your right toes, draw them towards your shin. Left leg lifts. Come back to your down dog and give it a good pedal. That was your half pigeon pose. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Let's finish here. Hinge forward to a high plank. Slowly lower down, keeping your elbows hugged in. Hover above the earth in a low plank. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Come on down, all the way down. Hands under your shoulders. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. These next three poses are said to strengthen our spine. Draw your legs together, big toes touching. Press the tops of your feet into your mat as best you can. Hug your elbows towards your shoulder blades. Hands are under your collarbones. Don't turn your neck. Take a big exhale. And on your next inhale, let your head lift up. Head lifts up, kind of gaze down your nose. Little to no weight in your hands for your cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Try to lift a little higher. It's hard, I know. Try to lift a little higher, hold it, and then come on down. Hands come down. Arms come down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Bring your head back to the midline. Bend your knees. Act as if you're kicking yourself in your bottom, kind of like when we do our donkey kicks. Reach your hands back toward the outsides of your heels. Maybe this is where you stay. Keep moving those knees and wiggle the fingers while you're at it. Floor bow pose, Dhanurasana. To do that, maybe you capture your ankles with your hands. Bring your feet back to the midline. Heels hug toward your bottom. Empty the air out of your lungs. On your next inhale, think like dancer. Kick hard into your hands. Lift your thighs up. Gaze down your nose. Lift through your chest. Take a floor bow pose. Come on down. Release your arms, your legs. Turn your head, right cheek on the mat. Oh, breathe. Bring your head back to the midline. Bring your hands back under your collarbones. Press on up to a seal pose. Arms are straight. Soften in your glutes. Feel the compression in your low back. Come on up to a standing on your knees position. Place a block between your ankles, nice high height. Whew. Bring your hands behind your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Take a little back bend in your camel pose here. All right, ankles are hugging that block. Hands are on your low back as if they're going into pockets of pants. Squeeze your elbows closer to your spine. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look overhead as if a raindrop were going to fall right between your eyes, or look to the back of your room where the ceiling and the wall meet there. Maybe you reach for the block. Maybe you reach for your heels. Breathe. When you're ready, come on back up, shoulders over your hips. Remove the block and have a seat on your heels. Even this pose has a name. It's called Thunderbolt. Big stretch in the knees and in the quads. Put your hands back at prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep shoulder softening breath out. Just get your balance back. Blink your eyes open, sweep your legs around, grab your towel and your eye shade and put it up by where your shoulders are going to be when you come to final Shavasana. Legs long, toes up, little bend in the knees might feel good. Arms lift up to the sky. Exhale, arms reach forward as your gaze is forward between your hands. Reach, toes up toward the sky. Reach a little farther. Inhale, find length to allow you to reach forward as you exhale a little bit more. Capture your feet, your calves, whatever you can reach. Hug your elbows in. Take a restorative forward fold, bringing your chin, your nose, your forehead towards your knees. Come on up, shoulders over your hips, spread your legs wide, a wide-legged forward fold. You could put a block between your legs. You could put a bend in your knees. Walk that block forward, rest your hands on it, or no block at all. Just walk your hands forward and enjoy this stretch here. Walk your hands back, shoulders over your hips. Come on down, nice and slowly, to a reclined position. Soles of the feet on the mat this time. Hands together in prayer. This is going to be interesting. Come on back with control. All the way back, lie down. Piper, go get in your bed. All right, once you're reclined, you never know with dogs, right? It's kind of like little kids and dogs. It makes it interesting. All right, soles of your feet are on your mat. Let's do bridge pose. Arms down by your sides, fingers down towards your heels. Take a breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Let it go. We're almost done. Press your feet into the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky. Wiggle your shoulders toward your spine. Chest is lifted. Whole hips are lifted. Arms down by your sides. Strong legs. Maybe adjust your feet, bringing your heels closer to your bottom. Interlace your fingers behind your low back and push your pinkies into the mat. Hold on here, good and strong. Release your hands away from your low back. Lift your right leg up to the sky, point your toes and pulse the foot just a little bit up to the sky. Push hard into your left leg. Bend the right knee, let that be your foundation. Lift the left leg up, point the toes and just pulse the foot a little bit like you're tapping the ceiling with your big toe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Left foot meets right. Readjust, recalibrate at the midline, push hard into your feet. Slowly roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. You got it. All right, so supine twist. Left leg goes long, hug the right leg in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Keep your left toes up to the sky so your calf stays down. Hug the knee in. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of the body. Tee out your right arm, keep your shoulder down and look to the right. Big giant twist. Think back to our warm-up with big coat swing. This is more intense, isn't it? Breathe. Bring your right hip down, gaze back up to the sky, hug the knee in, and release the right leg. Repeat on the other side. Left leg drags up, right calf is plugged in. Hug the left knee in, circle the ankle this way and that. Right hand takes the left knee, and you roll over onto the right hip. Left arm tees out, look to the left. Bring the left hip back down to earth, hug the knee in, release the left leg long. Both heels touch down, now drag both heels up nice and slowly. Strong core, bring the knees up toward the chest. Left hand captures under left knee, right hand under right. Hug and squeeze those legs in, they're bent like a frog. Go ahead and rock back and forth on your low back. Happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Come back to stillness at the midline. Take your hands, capture inside your calves, or capture your heels. Take your hands, capture your heels, shoulders back down, toes toward your shins so you lock in on those heels. Lift one leg up to the sky, then the other. Bend them, stretch them, let it feel good. You got it. Send both heels up to the sky. You're capturing and holding on to the insides of your foot, maybe. Maybe you hold on to your calves. Open up those legs wide. Remember that wide-legged forward fold. Open up the legs good and wide. You got it. Then release. Bring the knees back to meet and the ankles to meet too. Bend your knees nice and slowly. As you work your feet slowly, slowly down, down, down to your mat. Take it with control. Take it slowly. You're in control. Your core is strong. There you go. Send your legs long on your mat, heels to the edges of your mat. It's time for final Shavasana, best pose. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Bring your arms down by your sides, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe wiggle the shoulders a little closer to your spine. Palms face up. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Let your pinky toes fall toward the edges of your mat. Let your eyes be heavy in your eye sockets. Breathe in. And breathe out. Your whole body's heavy. Let go. Don't have any tension anywhere. If you wish to stay longer in this final Shavasana pose, what I really recommend you do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes if you got the time. Hit the pause on this video, and then when you're ready, just hit play again, and then come back and join us right here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then move that motion to your wrists and your ankles. On an inhale, reach high up overhead and take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch of your day. Stretch it out like you do before you even get out of bed. When you're ready, bend your knees and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you stay soft. When you're ready, let's make our way up to a comfortable seated position. Now you think about it for a second. Maybe you keep the eyes closed. Maybe you open them up. Whatever is going to work for you today. You just go with the flow, right? Press on up to a comfortable seated position. Once you're seated, maybe crisscross your legs. Bring your hands to prayer center, always a good place to be. Hands at prayer center, push your thumbs slightly into your chest. Eyes are closed, or you got a loose little blink going on with just the fluttering eye shades of your eyelashes. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let it go. Blink your eyes open. There you go. You did it. 1 hour of yoga. I'm impressed. I'm really proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself too. How did you do? Remember that stress number, that body scan we took in the beginning? Come back to it. What was that number, and what is it now? Your yoga really does help mitigate your stress. It helps you move more freely. It helps you be more mobile. It helps you be more flexible, and it makes you stronger with each and every practice. Don't underestimate the value of the little steps. You got this. All right. May you be happy today. May you be healthy, and may you be strong. And have that fruit of the Spirit, patience. Remember, little steps will get you where you need to be. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye. It's unusual for her to get up and come visit. All right. See you later. Have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.